In this problem, we're given the information that we have a 45, 45, 90 triangle, and then we're given one of the sides, the hypotenuse here, and asked to find what the other two sides of the triangle are. So what I do is I draw out my generic triangle here, and I label out what I have. So I've got 45, 45, and then 90 is always here. This is always angle C in the problem. It'll never change. We'll never use angle C for anything, but it'll always be the 90-degree angle. But we know that the side C is opposite angle C, so we know that this side here is 2 square root of 2. And what we're looking to find is we're looking to find either side A or side B. It doesn't matter in this situation. So this is where we start getting into our standard trig functions, so our sine, cosine, and tangent functions. You'll be able to find all of these at the bottom of the screen on the page that's running the video. But the saying that we generally use is SOHCAHTOA to help ourselves remember what each of the pieces are. And so what we're trying to do here is find a way to create a relationship between the angle that we have and the sides that we're looking at. And so whenever we do this, remember that the conversation, or how you start the problem, always starts with the angle. So when we talk about things being opposite or adjacent, we're referring to, from a specific angle, what's opposite and what's adjacent, and the hypotenuse is always the C value. So from here, I can choose either one of these angles. I could choose either of the 45, and so I'm just going to choose this one. And I could go after A or B because they're both the same. So from 45 degrees, I am looking for the opposite side, and I have given to me the hypotenuse. And so what I know is I've got an opposite and a hypotenuse. And so what I'm looking for in this situation is a sine setup. So I set this up. It's sine, and sine, cosine, tangent are always of an angle, is equal to the opposite side, which is A in this situation, over the hypotenuse, which is 2 square root of 2. And our angle here was 45 degrees. So one of the things to be sure of when you're doing this is really all of Unit 1 is in degree mode. So whenever we need to type in something into our calculator right now, we're going to want to set it to degree mode. So don't forget that you want to make sure you're in degree mode. The calculators, when you go in there, are defaulted to radian mode, so you're definitely going to want to make that the first thing you do when you sit down before you even start a problem, is to go ahead and switch the calculator over to degree mode. But from there, to finish up solving this algebra problem, we take and multiply both sides by 2 times the square root of 2. And so out of here, we're going to end up with 2 square root of 2 times the sine of 45 equals A. So at this point, we go and grab our calculator, and we go to our mode button here and make sure that we are in degree mode. So scroll down until we see degree right there and hit enter on that. And then we just hit second quit to get out of there. And now I just want to type in that problem. So 2 square root of 2, and then push out and hit sine of 45. And then we hit enter. And it tells us that our answer is 2. So in this situation, A is going to equal 2. B also equals 2, but we just needed to find one of them.